I didn't grow up with a father.
I saw my father and, he was around, but he was kind of in and out of jail.
90% of the guys that I grew up with, maybe even 98, 99%, didn't have a father in the house. Most of us didn't know our dad.
I just saw my daddy last night, and I thought he was dead because I ain't saw him in so long.
If I had my father in my life to protect me, it would have prevented me from, being molested or being hurt at a young age.
I never had a father figure in my life. I never had no man tell me, oh, I love you. I grew up by myself. My twin brother was always in jail. And a lot of people don't know that. And I built it up and I let all the anger come inside. And I turned to the streets.
I didn't have a father to teach me how to play sports, to teach me how to catch, to teach me how to ride a bike. Growing up without a dad is so crushing. We can play it off and say, yeah, I'll be fine, I never met him, I don't need him, but it does bother you as a man. I think the most important part of my story is that there was somebody who took the time when my dad wasn't there, when uncles weren't there, somebody who believed in God came and poured into me, like just spoke life into me. As a guy, especially in my community, you try not to show softness, but inside you're dying and you're hurting, searching for something, and until somebody comes in and really displays Jesus in the way they walk and the way they talk. These young guys will continue to look up to the guys in the neighborhood, because that's all the love they see.
I grew up on the west side all my life. Stuff we do on the west side, fight, people shoot at each other, smoke weed all the time. One of my friends not in the game, be honest with you. I know it's hard for me because I was basically raised by myself. My mom or my father wasn't there. I had my grandma, and she had like 3 other kids to take care of. I remember one day I was 12, and everybody was outside. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I literally got up and walked outside and played until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and came in the house with sleep. And nobody said nothing to me. Challenges of my life. My best friend died at my hands over his cousin who was gangbanging. He got into it with another guy over a female. Shot at us and killed his cousin, and he didn't know nothing about it. I was blessed to be here, period, because I could have been dead right behind him. When that happened, I believe it really hurt me a lot. And I couldn't finish basketball my sophomore year. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't focus. Somebody died in my hands and I closed his eyes. I really had nowhere to turn to. I really met Craig through the Miracle League playing basketball in the summer. It was strange because I never had nobody be nice to me like that or want to take me somewhere I go hang out. It doesn't matter any time, any day. If I need to see him or I need to come in his house, he's there for me. The first time I met Craig, he gave me a Bible. And I'm looking like, why I need a Bible for? Because I didn't believe in the Word of God. And Craig taught me about Jesus, anything is wrong or anything go hard, just pray about it. Or ask God for help, because he always gonna listen. Craig Moore is like a dad to me. I call him dad and everything. My friends look at me stupid like that. That why I got your dad like y'all. That's my pops. Stuff he showed me, I want one day in life. I want a family, I want a wife. I want to come home to my kids. You don't know how much I care about this man, how much he care about me.
In Cabrini, what I experienced a lot of death. My first arrest was my gun charge. I got charged with a gun as a young teenager. I shot people, I sold drugs, I did all that. So my past life, I've been going in and out of jail. By being in the game, it makes you tougher, makes you feel better about yourself. But in the inside, you dying. I guess I was one of the kids that picked the group that didn't want to do nothing with their life. One night, just a group of kids was walking down the street, and I'm like, where y'all going? I want to go. So they was like, we finna go to Slam. So I'm like, what Slam? Didn't nobody want to tell me. They was like, just come on, you'll see. The first day I got there, I had so much fun. I was like, dude, what, we gotta come back tomorrow? What time? Cause it's boring without Slam. I'm not gonna lie. They had basketball games. They had sports that you really don't think you'll play. Like, I won't play this sport, but it's fun. You just get to know more people, you meet new people. The coaches there, they just take time. They take time with you that don't nobody really want to take time with you. Mike was the first coach that listened to my stories, told me what's right, what's wrong. If he called me one day and say, hey, you want to go somewhere? And I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm telling my day is just the brightest day that it can be. The Slam is the best thing that happened. They taught me a lot about Jesus. I thought he wasn't real. I thought he was just fake, phony, and just everybody's just saying, hey, follow his path because he's a better person. But to me, Jesus, I love him. He the reason why I breathe the air I breathe. He the reason why I do the things I do. If I didn't have him, I think I wouldn't have nothing.
It's amazing what you could do, change a kid's life, just showing up. Being a mentor to a kid is amazing.